Hello, my beautiful love bugs and fellow Palians. I want to have a very honest conversation today because I think we can all agree that the Rummage piles and Zeki's wondrous machine of pain, they suck and they need a rework. So come on a run with me as I get my daily Rummage piles and turn in my daily free Zeki coin, and let's see what I get and also have a little talk about it, okay? Let's do it. I actually have a whole lot to say about Zeki's machine, so we're going to do that last and, pray for a Silverwing plush because I've been wanting one forever. But let me not get distracted. First, let's talk about the Kilima pile. First off, I just think it's important to mention that both of the piles and the Zeki coin mechanic are all meant to get us to log into the game every single day. And for those of us that are hardcore players, it works. We do. We log in every single day and we check on our piles and at the very least get our Zeki coin. But I want to talk about why that might not work for much longer and what I think would actually improve the piles to make us want to log in every single day. So that being said, let's talk about what is in the Kilima pile and what I think needs to change about it. In the Kilima pile, there is a total of 9 different recipes for items that you can get to put around your house. Now, all of these items are awesome. I am also very, very grateful to the devs for making them recipes that we can make as many of as we want and not making them items that we get like the Valley Sunrise set from Zeki, where if we want multiples of something, we need to get it multiple times. I really appreciate them being recipes. However, after that, Kilima Valley is full of just a bunch of stuff that we mostly don't need. With the exception of maybe the Heart Drop Lily, I could understand an early game why glowworms would be exciting. Dari Cloves, maybe the Dragon's Bird Peat, maybe if it gave us like 2 of them instead of just 1. I think the Hunter's Horn and the Ore Compass, maybe even the Pallium are all okay to have in there as like the lower items. But to give us like a single tomato, a single wheat, 10 basic worms we can buy at Zeki's for almost nothing. 5 stone. I feel like there is no reason at all for these easy to grab items to be inside this pile at all in any way, shape, or form, especially since there's only these 9 different recipes that once you get it once, you're never going to get it again. So I think that the pile needs to be reworked, not just necessarily with its RNG. I think that actually the randomness of how you get things is kind of okay. We'll say it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I think the problem is actually bigger than that. So let's see what I get today. And I got 10 worms. Now, what I'm saying is that once you have all of the recipes that are on that list, what really is going to be the reason to go get your Kilima pile every day? Personally, I wouldn't really have one. Like, not that I wouldn't be sad to get some Dari Cloves, but I would have a much better chance of just finding them playing the game than trying to log in on a day where I'm rushing or making my way all the way over to find the pile just for a chance at some Dari Cloves, where everything else that I'm going to get, I'm not really going to care about. So I think that just like that pile and the Bahari pile, they both need to have something new added in. Now, they already have done that in Bahari, which is where we're going to go and talk about next. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and get over there and then we'll talk about it all together. We're in Bahari. Now, let's talk about the Bahari pile. While again, the RNG is rough, the Bahari Bay pile does have a lot of recipes. All of the flotsam pieces are in here. And again, thank you to the dev team for giving us recipes and not individual items like you did the Valley Sunrise set, because it is much easier for us to be able to decorate with these spaces once we do get lucky enough to get one of the recipes. But then they also added an item that we can get multiple times. This is brand new. It's called Green Cylinder. We all know it's a plushie sill. These cute little sill plushies that are random that we can always get. These are awesome. I think that this is a really good indication of the direction that the piles are going to go in, and it makes me really happy. However, we still have a chance of getting all of this crap that none of us want, with the exception of, like I said, of maybe the Heart Drop Lily. Maybe if I got a Heat Root once in a while, I wouldn't be upset if that was like my small item, or Pallium ore, or the Hunter's Horn. But seriously, one single tomato, one sweet leaf, 5 stone. Why are these in a pile that we can only get once a day? It's not like we can purchase multiple coins like Zeki's machine. Once a day, I log in and you give me a tomato, especially when you get a run of really bad ones like I've had recently. I have gotten nothing but items from here for like the last week. And that's just really frustrating when the RNG hits you like that. I think rather than worrying about the RNG and changing all of that, if they just removed some of the items that we just are never going to want from these piles and only make it rare items. Once a day, you log in and you get a rare item recipe or a quest. Now, I didn't talk about the quests in Kilima, and I probably should have, but Kilima only has a couple of quests. Obviously, once they're gone, they're done. Bahari Bay does have a lot more, and I'm looking forward to them adding more stuff in the piles. I think the quests being in there is really, really awesome. That is also a really good thing about the Bahari pile. But again, we have all of these different items. We have all of these recipes plus the random the random chance of getting Syl. Why do we have still so many other options for poor items? I just think they need to be taken out completely and make the piles something that are exciting again. It just won't be fun, especially once you've gotten most of the recipes or once you've gotten most of the quests. Why will you want to run and get the piles anymore? Now, for me, I'm going to want to run to Bahari every single day, no matter what, just because they added Syl. We all want an army of Syl. I have so many community members who already have like 3 or 4 of them, and I don't have a single one because it's crushing my soul. If they just threw in a couple of more fun items like that we can only get from the piles, that are like their own plushie or maybe their own type of tree seed, or I think there's lots of different things that they could give us. Maybe there's a particular set of hats that we can only get in it comes in 10 different colors, and those 10 different colorways are all available only in the piles. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Like, I would love something like that, and it would make me excited to log back in again, but not if I'm going to be getting sapwood every single day. It's just so frustrating logging in and running all the way down here, ignoring everything else I'm going to do to start my day because I'm going to come here and get some worms. So let's see. We got worms from Kilima today. What are we going to get from Bahari? Come on. Come on, Syl. 5 copper ore that I could have gotten in 2 seconds of gameplay in Kilima. Just disappointing. So just to sum up the rummage piles, I think that what they need is a removal of all of the items that are common in them and easy to get. So only leave in the epic and rare items, and then add in a couple of additional items that we can get multiple times. For example, Syl is an excellent thing to have added to the Bahari pile. Add something like that similarly to Kilima. And I also have the suggestion of maybe throwing in a certain kind of hat that you can only get from the piles. I mean, Bahari would be really cool to have some sort of like sea captain's hat and maybe have 6 different colorways of it. So we have 6 different times that we can try and get it from the pile. Same thing in Kilima, maybe a Kilima themed kind of hat with a few different colorways. Now, on to this horrible machine of hell. Let's talk about why it's the worst. This machine is full of so many possible rewards, and it is a little bit frustrating. A first glance, you would think, wow, it's full of a lot of really good ones, though. Look at all these garden variety things that you can get. So many plushies. There's a whole furniture set that's really, really awesome, which is true. Everything up here is amazing. You know what's not amazing? Getting fireworks 16 times in a row when you know that you have a chance of getting all of these things, especially when you've gotten, like, let's say 13 to 24 of this particular item, 17 of this particular item, but have never once gotten this item. I think we've all been there, and we all understand that first off, they need to fix something with the RNG. Just if you've gotten an item before, give you a chance to get a different item higher. Just weight it higher on your wheel somehow or something. There's so many things from this list that I have never even seen. It's craziness. And then just like in the rummage piles, we need to get rid of some of the items that are just ridiculous for us to get. For example, getting the crackling fireworks, or at least their weight of how often we get them, it is way too high. I got fireworks 3 times in a row with Zeki coins one day. They should not be rated so high that I'm getting 3 in a row. While I do actually like having flow infused wood and the gold and silver bars, I think are good backup things to have mixed in with the really awesome items that we want. I think that a lot of the items are just unnecessary. Why are we giving 5 seeds when we can buy them for almost nothing? You're saying these coins are worth 10,000 gold each. Why am I only getting 5 cotton seeds, 5 corn seeds, or 5 carrot seeds? I could understand them being like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and put blueberry and apple seeds in there because they're rarer and more expensive. And maybe that's the worst thing that you can get. But the amount of time I get butter, oil, eggs, milk, vinegar, it's all just weighed too heavily. These should be the heaviest weighted items from the Zeki coins, not this stuff. And it needs to change. Well, let's see if Zeki's going to make a liar out of me. What are you going to give me today? Come on, Silverwing plush. Oh my God. I swear I'm cursed. Why do you hate me? Tell me now. What did I do to make you hate me so much? Tell me. Now, I don't like complaining without giving an answer, and I actually have some pretty big ideas around Zeki's Wondrous Machine, besides just what I've already talked about, which is obviously, bless you, which is obviously just fixing the RNG within the wheel, in the box, removing some of the items that are in there that are unnecessary for us to have. Like, bless you again, goodness. I think there's something else kind of cool that we could do. So hear me out. Once you hit level 10 in each skill, you unlock the ability to earn these skill medals that you can spend in the guild shops. It also unlocks these accomplishments every single week, and in each of those skills, you have 3 different things to accomplish to earn you more skill medals to spend in the store. However, presently at time, there is no reward for completing all of them in any given week, except for just that you get all of your medals. It's still valuable to do it, but sometimes people who aren't maybe trying to save up coins, they've already gotten everything that they need from Hadari. Maybe you aren't mining this week, or maybe you really hate fishing, and so you decided not to go fishing because you already have the big fish tank that is sold by Einar. You don't need any more fish coins right now. So I have an idea. What if once we completed all of our accomplishments for fishing, for hunting, for mining, everything that we had to do this week, we get another letter sent in the mail to us by Zeki that says, hey, you've really been doing some extra work around lately, and I'm really impressed. I wanted to give you something special. And then Zeki actually gives us a special ball for his machine that guarantees us an epic roll, meaning it is guaranteed to be an item from the customization set. I don't think this in any way would break the RNG of the game, since we could only get one of those coins weekly. I think that it would make people more excited to want to finish their accomplishments every single week and encourage them to play more with friends. I just think it's a good idea. I also think while we're just talking about the Wondrous Machine, I think that 10,000 for a lucky coin is too much. I really think that if we are going to stay with all of the items exactly the way they are with their current RNG, that we need to go away from 10,000 for a lucky coin. I think 5,000 is more than sufficient and is still a very expensive amount to have to spend on one of the coins. And it's still completely and totally fair. So what kind of things are you looking for that you would like to find in the piles that maybe we don't have now that would get you excited about them again? And what do you think of my ideas? Do you have some of your own? Because I'd love to hear them too. And on a little bit of a personal note, this is my first video as an official YouTube partner. So to all of you who have been here watching my videos, who subscribed to my channel, who support me on all of the different platforms, I just want to give you a big hug and thank you for helping me reach this milestone in my streaming and content creation career. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.